It's a rainy mid-afternoon in London's West End. Concealed in the crowds, undercover detectives Ed and Steve on the hunt for thieves hiding amongst a throng of shoppers. When a call comes in from a store detective needing urgent assistance. A pair of suspected shoplifters working together have been spotted in action.
Just been told by one of the stores that contact us that two females have gone into the store, selected a number of items, very high value. He's gone over, deterred them, removed the items from the bag, and now he's just following them to give us the direction of travel as to where they've gone.
The suspects fled before store security could issue them with a banning order. And now Ed and Steve are keen to keep them under surveillance.
So we're going to try and catch up, see if we can get eyes on them, and then we'll maintain visual. They've got two very big, empty-looking paper bags, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're going somewhere else to commit another theft shoplifting offence.
Don't stop them, just monitor them for the time being, and then we'll take over when we get there. All right, we'll be no more than 5 minutes, mate. All right.
But the suspects are on the move, and at over a mile long, Oxford Street is the country's biggest high street. It's heaving with shoppers and places to hide. The women have disappeared into one of Oxford Street's biggest stores, but Steve does manage to get a detailed description.
These two females have entered this department store. It's got thousands of people in. At the minute, we haven't got any eyes on, but the description is quite an easy one to spot, in the sense that one of them has a bright red jacket on, and the other one, we've been given a photograph of both of them from CCTV, so spotting them is hopefully going to be very easy in that sense, rather than just being given a description.
I got told by the manager of the store who was following them that they got into Selfridges, a huge department store on Oxford Street.
At nearly 12.5 acres of retail space, it's a long shot, but that doesn't stop Ed heading in there to try and find them.
As soon as I got to Selfridges, I had a look around all the floors that I thought they'd go to: beauty, the first floor, women's clothes. Once you're in the store, obviously there's hundreds of people in there. It's a very busy department store.
It's a game of cat and mouse, but one of the suspects is definitely not dressed to disappear into a crowd.
So you don't quite know where you're looking sometimes, but it's just about picking out the distinctive items of clothing. You maybe white shoes, a red jacket, some very distinctive colours, and they're the things you're looking for, because you're not going to change your shoes. One thing I always look for is a person's shoes. When you're out committing offences, when you're out stealing, you're not going to walk along the street, suddenly change into a different pair of shoes you're carrying, unless you've nicked them. So yeah, I was looking for quite distinctive colours, couldn't see any sign of them. I did make the team in there aware, and the team in there are great, so they were looking, we were looking, but no sign, unfortunately.
Nearby, Steve waits for a disappointed Ed to rejoin him.
How far are you from me?
Lost in Candyland.
Oh, I see you. You've got your headphones in.
Then two young women suddenly emerge from a nearby shop, one in a distinctive red coat and white shoes.
Hello, mate. Right, we finally got eyes on them.
Steve and Ed are ready to spring into action.
They ain't running for it, are they? Are they running?
If they make it onto the tube, they'll have made a getaway.
Yeah. Hello. I'm going to go and join your friend over there.
In the nick of time, the detectives make up ground and stop the suspects.
You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence. If you do not mention when questioned, something which you later rely on in court,
I don't have nothing.
anything you do may be given in evidence. Do you understand?
So I've stopped one of the females and my colleague stopped the other. Both of them were immediately in denial of anything.
But a search of their branded carrier bags suggests not everything is as it seems.
Where are these items from, madam?
Which one? It's
New items here.
nothing.
Is it okay if I look?
Nothing.
Is it okay if I look?
Yeah, you can.
Thank you.
Inside the bags, Ed discovers a selection of suspiciously new clothes, which one of the women claims belongs to her auntie, despite the fact they still have the store tags on them.
Where are they from?
It's from our home, I swear. It's from our auntie.
What? Okay, right, if they're from your home, why are you walking around the streets with them on?
No, because we went to another auntie,
Do you have still got the tag on it? Do you have the receipt?
Nothing.
Despite their denials, Ed and Steve know they were stopped by an in-store detective and caught on CCTV less than an hour ago.
The woman I was speaking to was quite irate. She didn't seem to think there was a problem. However, the CCTV is clear as day and it shows them filling their bags up inside the store.
She's already claimed the clothes belong to her auntie. Now she's claiming one of the items is a gift from her boyfriend.
Can I see that one, please?
I swear I had it from my boyfriend.
Can I see that one, please?
Yes, but I have it from my boyfriend. Please, can you speak with my boyfriend?
I'm asking if I can see it. Goodness me.
You cannot take your things. It's not. Let me call my boyfriend.
From Jigsaw, do you have the receipt?
No, it's from my boyfriend.
It's brand new.
From my boyfriend. It's from my boyfriend.
By insisting on phoning her boyfriend, the suspect is using subtle delaying tactics in the hope that it will wear Ed and Steve down so much that they will give up and move on.
I can speak with my boyfriend. He gave me very expensive things. My love.
I don't need to speak to your boyfriend. We're dealing with it here. You're going to go home in a minute.
But it cuts no ice with Ed.
She started calling her boyfriend and she wants to spend longer arguing about it. We've got all day to argue about it.
He took it my expensive things.
I haven't taken it. I put it in my hands.
Look, he investigated on us and he took it my expensive things. You give my presents.
We can deal with this here and now and then you can go. So the boyfriend's not going to help in this situation.
With compelling CCTV evidence of the women caught in the act, Ed and Steve are determined to issue a banning order on behalf of the store. But the pair maintain a coordinated rant.
Why you want to take it my ID? I didn't steal nothing.
Because if you don't start cooperating, you will go to a police station.
Okay.
So what's your ID?
I give it to me. I
Right.
give it to you, but I didn't take nothing.
Okay, we'll establish
Why
that in
you
a minute.
stopping me? For what for?
Because the allegation, madam, is that you've taken items, which you did. It's on CCTV.
I'm not going to have an argument with
Yeah,
you.
I give it back.
You're not
I'm
listening.
sitting down somewhere.
You're not listening.
I give it
No, you're
back.
not
I
listening
give
to
it
me.
back.
You're not listening.
Okay, I give it back.
5 minutes in from the stop, the rant goes on.
I swear I'll
Listen,
give
no,
it.
no.
I give
Stop
it.
swearing because you're talking utter rubbish. We both know what you're up to, all right?
Yeah.
You know it as well as we
I
do.
give it to
You need to
him.
get some identification off you and you'll be on
Sorry
your way in a
about that,
minute.
but I give it to him. I
We need some
swear.
ID on you.
I give it to him.
You've still attempted to steal from him.
Huh?
You've still attempted to steal from him, so I'm going to ban you from that shop.
Have you got any ID on you, the
Yeah,
both
I've
of you?
got.
Where's your ID?
Please speak with him.
I
He
just
give me
need your
one.
ID. I need to take your details, ban you from the shop, and you can go.
Where do I know
I
you?
don't have him. Look, it's my boyfriend.
I know you from somewhere.
Yeah.
Where's your ID, please?
I swear it's my boyfriend.
I just want to ban you from the shop.
Okay.
Okay.
It was my mistake. It's not mine.
Okay, but you're together, so you're both accountable because you're
Why
together.
are you taking my stuff?
I'm taking your details.
Okay.
10 minutes in, and the rant shows no sign of subsiding.
Okay, just give it the letter. Why the guy didn't stop me in that
I'm
store?
just doing
Why?
this 'cause he
He's
didn't
done it
have
very
time
wrong.
to.
He's stupid.
You're making this so much longer than it needs to be.
Yes, but I have to say on you.
After an excruciating exchange, the women finally provide Ed and Steve with a form of ID. And at last they can issue them with a banning order from the store.
Okay, cool. We got there in the end. I managed to issue a banning letter. Just makes the whole process longer when someone starts denying, and it's not my place to say yes or no. She's done it. The allegation's there. It's been put to us. She's been identified, and we need to deal with that appropriately. Do you understand everything that's happened today? So she's been banned from the shop.
I didn't take it, nothing.
Okay, it's been seen on CCTV, madam.
Very, very important.
Yeah. Okay. No worries. You take care. Bye bye.
So we've let both the females go. We've obtained details, which is the main thing, and confirmed those details. The female that I dealt with had a driving licence on her, which was ideal. If anything comes to light of this and we do get CCTV, then we can perhaps look at prosecuting them if it meets our threshold. Otherwise, it's great intelligence because I'm sure they will pop up again, and when they do, we've already got their details.
They're on our database on file, so we've got a banning letter, we've got their details, we've got an image. If they're seen again in that store committing the same offence, then we can step it up and then look at a private prosecution.
Playing the long game with suspects is sometimes the only thing that detectives can do, but they never forget a face. Especially ones that have taken up so much of their time.